Hi, Annette Lang here. Welcome to the Lang Show from my beautiful hotel room in Boston, where I'm here teaching a workshop. So I want to talk about a few things. Last week was really great because we actually went out and did something 2 nights during the week on Wednesday and Thursday. Now sometimes we go to the bar, down the block and have a couple of beers, on the way home, but that's not, I guess that's really doing something too. But anyway, Scott's cousins came to town, Kelly and her husband Tim, so we met them on Wednesday night. That was really cool. It's amazing when I go out anywhere in New York City how so many people are out, so I guess a lot of people don't stay out late, or maybe they don't have to get up that early, but it's just inspiring to me how people are doing things, so that's cool. And then on Thursday night, we went to see Sister Hazel. I lived in Gainesville, Florida for 12 years and had a lot of musician friends, and 2 of them that we saw often, we just knew them as Ken and Andrew. And then right at the time that I left Gainesville, they formed their band, Sister Hazel, and they had some great hits. And so when I sort of accidentally saw that they were playing in New York, I told my husband that I wanted to go, so we went, and it was fantastic. I'm so happy for those guys. But I'm like standing around, looking around, and probably close to the oldest of the room, in the room, if not the oldest. But it's like, how do all these 20, 30-something-year-olds know every word to every song from Sister Hazel? Sister Hazel has been around for 25 years, or 20 years. But anyway, it was great. And then Friday doesn't count when we go out, because that's Friday night. So when I say go out during the week, I mean like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. So Friday we went to the gutter, which we do often, because our friend Drew, who's from the Drugel exercise and my favorite bartender workout, he works at this cool place in Williamsburg called the Gutter. And so it was nice, because after he got done working, we sat and talked. And Norman came. Norman, our friend Norman, awesome guy. But anyway, Norman is hugely inspirational because he goes out often. And I remember last time I saw him, we were out somewhere, and he said, yeah, I go out, I don't get home too late, I don't drink too much, and I just go out and I do things. He goes to hear music, he goes out to bars, loves bars in New York City, and he looked at me and he goes, you gotta go out, Annette, you gotta go out. And it's so true, because Scott and I often talk about this. We feel like when you go out, like, time seems to go slower. You look back on the week and you're like, wow, last Monday seems like a long time ago because I did something a few nights of the week. So I think that's what I want to keep in mind more too. It doesn't have to be a huge effort, don't have to spend a lot of money. And as long as I get home, with enough time to just maybe sit for a half an hour, I find that I wake up the next morning and I feel so refreshed and rejuvenated because I did something. So this week, coming up to Thanksgiving, my recommendation is, in honor of Norm, you gotta go out. You gotta go out. So now, I just want to point out one thing. I'm sitting here in the hotel chair. Right? So there's a back to this hotel chair, right? Let me show you real quick. So this chair has a high back to it. But I just want to point out something, because I was sitting here and I was like, doing a couple of stretches. And I thought, this is what I always try to talk to people about, because I'm sitting in this hotel chair, right? If I sit on the back of the chair and sit here with my legs up and I put my arms up, that's sort of a squat position. So my point is, right now, my knees are pretty much to my chest all the way. So I do have the range of motion or mobility available in my hips to get to this position, to pull my knees all the way up. Now, some people might argue, yeah, Annette, but my knees hurt on the way into that position. So that's a whole nother story. What I'm trying to point out is I have that position availability in my hip. So now, why I can't stand up and do a squat all the way down to the floor has other implications. Not strong enough, or problems with my feet or my knees. But if you have the ability to move your limbs through a range of motion, or to get them there with help perhaps, then we can work on the other stuff to get you there, whether it's strength through that range of motion, or self-massage to get rid of the knots, to get out of the way. So anyway, keep squatting, keep moving. Happy Thanksgiving.